Right, so I'm at the gym and I wanted to, before I go in, just give you a little update on my knee situation, how everything's going. I think I've parked in a slightly dodgy place for the sun. I thought I'd give you a little update on my knee situation, how everything's going, how my training is going overall at the moment, and everything like that. So I have actually had a very positive couple of weeks. I've been making huge amounts of progress, which has come absolutely out of nowhere. I don't know why I've suddenly started to make progress and what it is exactly that I'm doing right. I know it's some kind of combination of the rehab program that I have basically created for myself and also the reflexology sessions that I've been having. I know reflexology is a little more controversial. I couldn't tell you exactly what it would do that would help my journey. I don't know whether it's partially a mental release, whether it's helping me with inflammation. I still find it a little tricky to explain myself, and the only thing I can say is that I just literally love having my reflexology sessions. The lady that I see has done huge amounts for me in terms of just my brain feeling a lot healthier, and I just feel like I get a lot out of the sessions. If I'm honest, I do feel different after the sessions, which I think is the main thing. In terms of my rehab program, I was actually having a look yesterday because I had the best rehab session that I have had so far yesterday, and I actually managed to do a bodyweight squat completely pain-free. Out of nowhere, no explanation for that. Every single week when I go and do my session, I will actually show you on my phone, I basically have all the exercises that I have personally selected to do as part of a rehab program. As you guys know, I've had a very, very mixed relationship with physios and surgeons and specialists in the field. Everybody basically telling me completely conflicting things, and I think after I saw the last physio that I saw, who was an NHS physio at my local doctor's surgery, he turned around, I can't remember if I told you this story or not, but he basically turned around and said he completely disagrees with all the other advice that I've been given, even kind of disagreeing with my scan results. And he was like, this isn't what I would say that you had wrong with you at the moment. I would just try a few new things. I would try doing some quad work, some hamstring work, and just see how you get on. And that has basically spurred me on to make this rehab program and just see how I get on. So it's pretty much something that I have created myself, kind of just using my initiative. So avoiding things that really caused me a lot of discomfort at the time, putting in things that I could do, adjusting range of motions. Obviously, it really helps that I've got a personal training background, so I do understand what exercises work, what muscles, and kind of everything in between. So I started this program on the 17th of August. And this is how it's written out in my phone, by the way. So kind of the exercise and the date that I have completed it on. And I've added other details in there, such as like the reps that I've completed, how many sets. So there are exercises such as a leg extension. So when I first sat on the leg extension machine on the 17th of August, I could move 2.5 kilograms, and I wouldn't say it was particularly comfortable. So yeah, 2.5 kilograms and the tiniest little range of motion, just a little tiny movement. Honestly, the looks that I get doing this program in the gym is just quite funny because it just looks like I have no idea how to use the machine. So yeah, 2.5 kilograms, tiny range of motion. And yesterday, basically just over 2.5 months later, I managed to do a full range of motion with 15 kilograms, completely pain-free. Leg press, again, when I started doing leg press, I could do 20 kilograms with a very small range of motion. And yesterday I did a full range of motion with 45 kilograms. Yesterday I did a 20 kilogram Romanian deadlift, and at the start I could do 6 kilograms and that would irritate my knee afterwards. And then the fact for the first time yesterday I was able to do a bodyweight squat without pain was just huge for me. Like, I can't even tell you how much of a big achievement that is for me. Like, I cannot remember the last time I managed that. I'd say it was like almost 3 years ago now. So yeah, for some reason I am suddenly making progress and I'm so happy about it. I mean, it's about time. But yeah, just want to say, if any of you guys are struggling from injury, and I know there are a lot of you that have been able to kind of relate to my journey because you've been going through something really similar. Just persevere and you will get there. It might not be easy and it might take a long time, but at some point you will start to make progress. I mean, I am so far off being where I want to be. Like, still the idea of running is just so far-fetched for me right now, but I will get there, and I know I will. And I think I've just needed a little burst of forward moving just to get a bit more mental strength, because that was definitely something that I was really struggling with. Also, just wanted to share this with you because my reflexologist gave me this affirmation, which she said was from a book by Louise Hay. Louise Hay has got sections in her book. I actually haven't read her book, by the way, but I did have a brief look at it when I was with my reflexologist the other day. And she gave me an affirmation from Louise Hay's book on knee problems. And my positive affirmation was, I bend and flow with ease and all is well, which I just thought was really lovely. So I've written that on my desk and I'm trying to say that to myself a couple of times a day, because I just think that is so lovely. And I think if you can just manifest positivity, which is something, believe me, I've really struggled with over the last 6 months, especially. My great auntie Annie, I think I've spoken to you about on here before, she lives in South Africa. She is big into affirmations, and I remember there was one time that I was ill when I was over there visiting, and every single day she had me saying like 5 times a day this affirmation that was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like, I'm strong, I'm healthy, and I heal quickly. And she just had me saying that over and over again. There's just something about saying words like that over again, you just make yourself believe it. And yeah, I just think it's such a lovely thing to do. You also might think that I sound absolutely mental right now, but you know, I'm here for a little spirituality and slightly different way of thinking. Anyway, I'm waffling. I am going to go and get in the gym. I'm actually going to train upper body today and try and do a little bit of a session on the cross trainer. I've been listening to, I just said I'm going to go in and now I'm talking again, just very quickly. I've been listening to Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper, the podcast, and I'm about halfway through the episode with Olivia Atwood, who was on Love Island. And one of my friends, weirdly the other day, so strange how the world works like this, isn't it? One of my friends recommended at the weekend one of the documentaries that she has done, or the series that she's done recently, which I definitely want to watch. I might actually try and watch an episode of one tonight. And then someone else recommended her podcast with Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy. So I'm about halfway through that. Really good, actually. Highly recommend listening to it. I actually really love the Call Her Daddy podcast. I'm kind of new to it, but I needed an extra podcast because I listened to about 5, but I listened to them on basically all car journeys and all gym sessions and all like little walks I do during the week. And I actually run out of episodes to listen to. So this has been a really good one for me to get into. Right, I'm gonna go in and do my session and I'll catch up with you when I'm out. Guys, I just made the most delicious lunch out of leftover roast potatoes, which I'd intended to use for lunch this week, but I just had some extra left over, whacked them in the air fryer, and forgot to show it to you before I absolutely ruined it. I actually was filming it for reels on my tripod, so you can actually see what I did here. So I basically topped it with a bit of mayo, sriracha, vegan bacon, some char-grilled peppers, a fried egg, spring onion, some leftover coriander, and lots of chili oil, and that is what it looked like. It was honestly delicious, and this is it after me mashing it all together after a few mouthfuls. But yeah, I can highly recommend. I feel like it's kind of a take on that South American like potato breakfast. Can't for the life of me remember what that's called right now, but this is seriously good. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday and I'm just filling myself with popcorn before we go to Megan and Niall's for Halloween party. I got a bit overexcited this morning, more worried than just overexcited. I really want trick-or-treaters this year, like really badly want trick-or-treaters, especially because it's our first year in our house. I put a sign on the door saying, trick-or-treat here, because I'm thinking if parents see it in time for Monday, then they'll know our house as like a trick-or-treat house. The goal, right?
But if they don't come, it's fine, because then I'll eat all the sweets.
No, Elliot's been like eyeing up the sweets for ages. Got those classic like multi-pack bags of like Haribo and little lollies and things. And I just want to give them out to cute children and we can scare them.
You're like Pennywise, aren't you?
No, I'm not like Pennywise. Anyway, are you excited to go to matching?
I am actually excited.
Matching basketball player with me.
So this is the first time we've actually had something sorted. Outfit-wise.
Yeah, it is quite literally. But to be fair, I feel like we never ever used to do things for Halloween, like since uni, basically.
No, we
So
didn't.
yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna do some like bruised eyes and things, aren't we?
Yeah, it's gonna
Well,
be
I'm gonna realistically do everyone's Halloween makeup because that's what we did last year.
little basketball duo.
Little basketball duo. Right, I'm almost ready. I've got my basketball top on, which is a lot bigger than I thought. I didn't have another option. I actually just managed to find it off eBay. But it's like very, very baggy and oversized. So what I'm thinking, because I'm meant to be Lola Bunny, I feel like I'm gonna have to put a little picture up because a lot of people that I've spoken to haven't seen Space Jam. So I've got like bunny ears, but she actually wears like the kind of sexy version of this outfit, which is like a cropped basketball top and little white shorts, but I don't have you're just creeping me in the background with your bright red wig. But I feel like I need like little shorts, and I've got like big baggy basketball shorts, so I'm thinking like a little cropped thing, little crop top and then like baggy shorts, and I think that'll be fine. We've got an Ariel in the house. It's actually such a good outfit though.
What is it? It was DIY.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
show you the whole thing.
Because the aerial costumes,
It's a DIY job.
the aerial costumes were horrible, and then I found this skirt and I was like,
How is that skirt like? How does that exist and
Yeah, I
not
would-
be like part of
I know.
a aerial costume?
and then
And the
this
top.
top I found on Opoly.
It's actually really nice. Like you
good,
could wear both of them again, but with like different
Yeah,
things.
yeah. I
So
definitely
nice.
wear the
the contrast.
You need to tuck this in so you've got a bit of.
Shorts on. They look.
Yeah, but
not-
you're gonna look cute with your
Okay.
ribbon.
Yeah, with a little like cropped kind of thing, like this kind of thing. But like we could do it a bit better.
Yeah,
I mean that is that's like a significant improvement.
Yeah, that is way better.
And Elliot can have his really baggy.
Has he got the same?
Yeah,
the exact same.
Exact same.
Oh my god, you should see Niall's outfit. It's really good.
Is it actually?
Really good. It
Wait, what
when
is
we
he
were-
again? Prince.
Eric.
Oh my god, he is such a Prince Eric as well with his dark hair.
I know.
Wait, Prince Eric has dark hair, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm meant to have the bunny ears on to be Lola Bunny.
Yeah, they're cute.
I feel like they probably make the outfit. Don't
And
they?
then the little ribbon in your hair. Really
yeah, and then we got this little ribbon. This was Megan's idea to go not around my ears, but on my ponytail. Meg's got a red contacts in. Oh my god, you look pizzazz.
They're so fuzzy, I can't see.
No, they look good. I feel like they take a little time to adjust, don't they?
You should do the makeup.
Is you talking like that, seriously, but with the, oh, you both look, oh my god. Right, here we are. I'm not even quite ready yet. My hair's not done, but this is about as good as we're gonna get for now.
We had a fight.
We look terrifying.
I don't think we look. I mean, yes, I think
Don't
we
do
look
your
terrifying.
scariest face. I know I was cross-eyed. Right, Niall, who are you? Obviously,
Can you not tell?
Prince Eric.
Obviously, I'm Prince Eric.
To be fair, that is really obvious to me. Let's see the full
beautiful.
outfit. The trousers are so good.
Yeah, and the Air Force Ones are the.
Oh yeah,
Finishing
authentic.
touch.
I reckon Prince Eric had Air Force Ones on his boat.
What's this? A little
It's
hairy
a little.
muff.
I know. I don't know if they can see in the mirror. It's like a little fluffy. It's a mic. It's a mic.
Is it absolutely necessary to have a hairy muff?
No, it is like a little animal.
I don't think- I think you've added that.
No idea.
You've added the hairy muff.
That looks better now.
It gets so much attention, the little fluffy bit.
I like it.
You look cute, don't you?
I'm not lying, but I'm Prince Eric, so obviously as a little mermaid.
Oh yeah. No, you have
the
to
yin
woo.
and the yang, and she is out. She
Yeah,
does
you,
exist.
no, you
She's
have
out
to.
there.
You have to woo her.
Megan.
No, Ariel.
Oh, she's TikTok.
Ariel.
Bloody little
She's
mermaid, too
TikToking.
busy TikToking.
Nobody told me to settle down. Day nights and late nights don't kid around. But there's something about you I like. About you I like. You're crazy for saying I should slow down, but maybe I'm escaping the love we found. There's something about you I like. About you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie.
So I got up and went to the gym at 7:30 this morning. So I am feeling so accomplished. I can't even tell you. There's something about getting it done early that is just so like, I can come back, I can get comfy clothes on, and I know I don't have to get out of them again to go to the gym later on in the day, which is just so nice. But I feel like I've really just gained a lot of momentum with my training, and I'm really happy about it. I can see my strength increasing, which is just so rewarding, especially after literally like a year and a half of majorly inconsistent training for obvious reasons. But yeah, just feeling very proud of myself and happy with how everything's going. Even yesterday was Monday, it's Tuesday today, and we had a really heavy weekend. I've actually got a funny story to tell you about the weekend, but we had Halloween, which you'll have seen from the footage, and basically Elliot and I just felt so awful on Sunday. But I woke up on Monday, got in the gym, felt good, and I feel really good today. I'm filming in Elliot's dressing room again, but the light is so nice in here. Sometimes I think I chose the wrong room, because Elliot was very kind and was like, you have the bigger room, because in our last flat he had a whole study to himself and I just used to work at the kitchen table, which was fine, I didn't really mind. But he was like, no, it's fine, you have the bigger room. And then we got the inbuilt wardrobes put in, as you probably remember from early on, like probably about a month after we moved into this house. And then Elliot has this room which has also got like built-in wardrobes, but it is a much smaller room. Mine I use as a study as well. Having said that, he just uses our spare room as a study, so maybe I did get the short straw. So we had such a fun Halloween party at Megan and Niall's, and then when we went to walk home in the evening, our house is like a 15-minute walk from theirs. Elliot literally couldn't find the keys anywhere, and he was the last person to go out in the car, and he was like, I'm sure I'd put them on the side in the kitchen. We literally couldn't find them anywhere. There's not a single person who'd driven to the house anyway, so no one would have taken the keys by mistake. So we couldn't get home, which was really annoying because we hadn't brought stuff for staying overnight at theirs. Then at like 3 in the morning, Elliot decided to run back to ours to see whether he could like gain entry via another entry point, and obviously couldn't do that. I mean, I would be a bit worried if he could have just got into our house through another entry point, and we still had no idea where they were. So he then woke me up again at 7 in the morning, and he was like, we need to go back to the house to try and get in. And I was like, we don't have the keys though, so we need to call a locksmith. We eventually got a locksmith on the phone. They were like, we'll be there in half an hour. Half an hour later, they still weren't there. Every time we asked for an update, the lady kept hanging up on us. So about an hour and a half had passed. We'd ordered some drinks on Deliveroo to the outside of our house, and we had all of our neighbours walking past our house thinking, you both look like you've done some kind of strange walk of shame. And then the next locksmith finally arrived and charged £150 to get into the house. Do you know, that's a bit mad. I mean, it was a Sunday, so he did say it was more expensive on a Sunday, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, you're making an absolute killing it. It took him about 2 minutes to do it as well. So finally got in, and Elliot had then realised that him and Carl, one of our friends, had gone back to the house, and Elliot had just closed our front door, not locked the bottom lock, and left the keys inside, but he'd had a few drinks at this point. So stupid. So we eventually got into our house at like 10 AM on Saturday, having slept for about 3 hours. So I've just showered and washed my hair, and I want to do something with it, but I just don't ever know what to do with it. Like, I've used my Dyson Airwraps, just make it kind of flat, but I feel like it just looks a bit fluffy. I definitely need to put a bit of hair oil in, but I don't know whether to like wave it or do something, or because I'm probably not leaving the house for the rest of the day, just have it up and not bother. But I'm feeling fresh and showered. I actually really need some food, but I wanted to show you a dress that I'd ordered first. Look at how gorgeous this dress is. So I ordered this from a brand called SLA The Label, and they had just released like the most incredible like party wear, I would say, like perfect like New Year's Eve, Christmas party kind of things. And as someone who, first of all, never even wears dresses, let alone like sparkly dresses, but I just saw this and I thought, what a gorgeous like New Year's Eve party kind of dress. The only thing is that I just never have any like dressy up Christmas things. To put it into context, last New Year I wore black sequin trousers and a black top and a black blazer just for my Doc Martens, and I was so overdressed. Like, my friendship group, I feel like, is just really casual, so I'm thinking I might need to create a reason to wear the dress. Maybe I do like a sequin glitter themed Christmas party kind of thing, but I'm hoping I can wear it at least like 2 times over Christmas because I just thought it was so gorgeous. I'm gonna try it on for you quickly. You're probably thinking that I've never seen you wear anything even remotely similar to this, which is absolutely true, but I am just loving it. I really, really am. So I'm just praying I can find a good reason to wear it, because it is not only like really cool and obviously very glittery, it's also just stretchy and I feel nice in it, which I feel like is the most important thing. I'm just holding my hands here because it is the tiniest little bit see-through. Yeah, I got an extra small in this and I'm actually really glad that I did. I basically went off their size guidance. I had the sweetest thing happen towards the end of last week. And if you remember, about a month ago now, I made myself this necklace, this crystal rose quartz necklace with a gold A on it. And I have been wearing it so much, obviously, because I just adore it. I think I told you guys at the time that I basically had seen this necklace somewhere else, or a similar necklace, and thought I really loved that, but it was like something ridiculous, like close to £200. And because a lot of you have asked on Instagram where it was from, I put it up on my Depop because I thought if any of you guys want a necklace, I could also make you a necklace. And someone bought one towards the end of last week for their girlfriend. It's actually for her birthday, so I'm just thinking I might hide the letter from you just in case that girl is also watching this video. So I'm gonna hide the initial. But yeah, I had so much fun making it and I just wanted to let you guys know, because if any of you have also been eyeing it up, I would love to make one for you as well. Right guys, it is lunchtime. I'm gonna have to put my hair up in this clip because it is looking like seriously static. Just wish that I knew how to get it to look the same as how hairdressers make it look. Also, just quickly, someone left a comment on my last video saying, what do you ask for at the hairdressers? And the difficulty is I feel like my hair was done in 2 stages, but I'll just tell you what I asked for kind of both times. The first time I went, I asked for balayage, but to go quite high up. And one of the main things I always say is I wear my hair up a lot more than I do down, because often I find that they focus on doing like a money piece, as they call it. I think I mentioned that in my last video, at the front, and I just really didn't want that because I want it to look really blended when I tie it up. So I asked for a balayage, but quite high up, because otherwise they kind of end it here and I don't want it to look dip dyed in any way. And the colour is effectively, I like it to look ashy brown, but what that is basically like an ashy blonde put through it, because my hair is obviously super dark, so they have to bleach it and then that's the toner they put on. I'm not sure exactly what toner it is, and I guess it'd vary anyway depending on what hair salon you're going to. But ashy brown, like a cool brown, is what I always say. Then this time I actually went in for basically like a half head of highlights just at the top, so to blend what I already had further up to the top. I hope that makes sense. And what she ended up doing, not that I asked for this, but she kind of went through it with me as she was doing it, is she put highlights all around the front area. So when I tie it up, you can see lots of light bits as well. So if you ask for balayage, I asked for it to go like really high up. Sorry, that was literally the least technical explanation of what I asked for at the hairdressers. So I'm just making some lunch. I'm absolutely starving. When I got back from the gym, I actually tried to have a bowl of like hot oats, like porridge this morning. And I don't know what's happened, but I've just gone so off hot oats. Like, I love overnight oats. There's something about hot oats just really, really not doing anything for me at the moment. Hardly even lunchtime, but I'm absolutely starving, so I'm gonna make myself lunch. So I've just put on some of these noodles. These are the soba noodles, and they are wheat and buckwheat noodles from Utaka. So I've got some of those on cooking, and they are probably about finished. On Sunday, I meal prepped some salmon, just so I had some really quick, easy lunches for this week. And I had one salmon fillet yesterday, but I'm gonna have one today as well. And I just put these in the oven, nothing covering it, because I find that is the best way to do it, with a little bit of salt, pepper, and some seasoning. I don't know if I've shown you these before, but these seasonings are literally amazing. I was sent them probably about a year ago now, and they're from a brand called Peak Blends, and they just make the most amazing seasonings. I'm not gonna lie, when I first got sent them, I was like, oh, will I even use those? I just sort of make my own seasoning. They are so ideal to just flavour something really quickly when you don't want to think about what you want to flavour it with. So I think it was actually this one that I used on the salmon this time, but I honestly alternate between quite a few of them. I'm not joking, the sky was blue about 2 seconds ago when I was just speaking to you. And look at this for torrential downpour. The weather in this country is just something I genuinely don't think I'll ever get used to. I feel like every winter I'm like, wow, the weather is just so bad here. Sorry, my camera is just rocking back and forth as I tell you that. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna put a salmon fillet in the air fryer quickly. What I've basically been doing at lunchtime is just making some kind of carbs. So today we've got the whole wheat noodles, and then adding either a salmon fillet or tofu. I'm just loving like grilled oven baked salmon at the moment. Then lots of cucumber, because the freshness of the cucumber with the spicy salty flavors is just. Then my reheated air fried salmon, and a big spoonful or forkful of raw kimchi. Kimchi is really good for your gut health, which is a big focus of mine at the moment. And then today I'm just doing a few little spring onions because it just adds a little bit of extra flavour. I don't know about you, but that just looks like the most delicious lunch ever for me. Just so many of my like favourite flavours in one place. And then I've just been adding some of this chili crunch oil. Loads of the oil has actually gone from it. This probably needs throwing out. I've had it for ages now. But the crunchy bits just taste literally so delicious. So that is it, looking really beautiful, but I then top it with some soy sauce and some sriracha, which sort of spoils it a bit. Final little touch. See, just doesn't look anywhere near as nice when the soy sauce has been on. And then a bit of sriracha. I went a bit overboard with it yesterday, so we'll do a bit less today. And that is my idea of a perfect lunch. Right, a little afternoon coffee. Oh, look at that. To see me through the next few hours. God, it is so dark outside and it's only 4:30. I thought it was about time that I went through some more product empties with you. It was a little while, good few months since I've done this, and I've got lots of products in my empties box. Just a disclaimer as well before I start, some of these products were gifted to me, but obviously with no requirements to speak to you about them at all. So the biggest thing in here is one of the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. This must be like the 20th bottle or something I've been through of this. I actually go through them a bit slower now because I'm more into the slick back hair look when I've got greasy hair, instead of always putting dry shampoo in it, especially because I've got a really dry scalp at the moment. This dry shampoo undoubtedly is the best one that I have personally tried out to date. Apart from the Living Proof, the other dry shampoo that they do, which I potentially like even more, is a little more lightweight, but this actually has technology that actually makes your hair cleaner. I'm not 100% sure how they do it, but such a good dry shampoo. I'm trying to think of like what categories to do this in, and I might do cleansers. Let's do cleansers. Another empty of the Body Shop Chamomile Cleansing Butter. God, the smell of this product is just so lovely. I'm actually not using another one of these right now. I'm trying out the Dermalogica cleansing oil. This is just such a staple of mine. I've maybe been through like 5 or 6 tins of this now. I love that it's in a metal tin as well because it's a little more sustainable way of packaging it. Definitely one of the best cleansing butters that I've tried. Next cleanser that I have completely used up is the Biossance Squalane and Amino Acid Gentle Cleanser. Loved this cleanser. One of my main requirements for cleansers is I like them to be quite hydrating, like either milky or hydrating on the skin. And I really notice if a cleanser is too stripping, and I've just found this one was a great cleanser. I would definitely purchase again. So next up we've got the Paula's Choice Advanced Replenishing Toner with Hyaluronic Acid. I really love this product. I would say it's very much an addition to your skincare routine, not an essential part of it. I started using this product. In fact, I actually used this up a while ago, and I don't know why it wasn't in my last empties video. I started using this last winter when my skin was mega dry, so I would be layering on products. I think I was spending quite a lot of time outside at that point, like doing little walks around. Was I? And I always noticed a difference. The more time I spend outside, the more dry my skin gets. I have really, really dry skin, but I found that as like an extra layer between washing my face and my moisturizer was really, really nice. Very nice milky product, and I would just apply that between my hands and just pat it into my face. The Ordinary Azelaic Acid, I adore this product. I've been through quite a few of these. I'm now onto a bigger tube because for ages I didn't realise they sold it in a bigger tube. And I used to think this goes so quickly. Really good product. I really think it's made such a difference to my skin. I've spoken about the fact that I had a lot of post coming off the pill acne, and it's definitely helped with my skin tone and texture and everything. I mean, my skin is far from perfect at the moment, but this has definitely made a huge difference, and I just put that on after I wash my face in the morning as my first step before an SPF. Paula's Choice 1% retinol treatment. I love this retinol. When I finished this, I tried to research a different type of retinol that was the same strength, and I found that this one actually comes out at like a really competitive price point. I've moved up to this 1% retinol from the 0.3% retinol that they did, and my skin just reacts really well to it. It's packaged together with peptides and vitamin C, and I'm actually trying to get my skin used to using this about 5 nights a week, because before I just use it about twice a week. So it's taken me a little while to go through this, but just a really, really solid retinol, which I love. By the way, if you haven't used retinol before and are looking to start it, go and do your research, because the first time I used retinol, I was on holiday in South Africa. I'd used it like 2 days before I went, and it literally like burnt my whole face off. So do your research. I always recommend like mixing it with moisturizer when you first start retinol, because it is a powerful product. Retinol is one of the only products that I will wake up in the morning and be like, wow, my skin looks like noticeably more glowy. I just feel like it works wonders. I've got quite a few moisturizers and SPF kind of moisturizers in here. So I have just finished this. In fact, there's probably still the tiniest bit left. I used it for the last time last night. Yeah, tiniest bit left. This is the Biossance Squalane and Marine Algae Eye Cream. I've really enjoyed using this product. I've really enjoyed using this product. Eye creams are by no means necessary. I was sent this to use by Biossance, so I tried it out and really enjoy using it. There's something about using an eye cream that is just quite therapeutic. Every Biossance product that I have tried out, I absolutely love. I also love the ethics of Biossance as a brand. Right, I think we'll do moisturizers first and then SPFs. I don't know how I've gone through so many tubs of moisturizer since I last filmed one of these videos. But yeah, I've basically got 3 full tubs of moisturizer. First up is the Oudi Nova Illuminating Moisturizer. I absolutely loved using this product. The texture of it is almost like a little bit whipped. So lovely, it sinks into the skin so well. This moisturizer is just so lovely. One of the things that I don't love about moisturizers is, like I said, I've got quite dry skin. I like to have a thick nighttime moisturizer, not like a lightweight gel cream or anything. Nice and thick, but I like when they sink in relatively quickly as well. And I like when they really seep in. So by the time I go to bed, I don't feel like I'm like transferring moisturizer all over my pillow. Next one, which I really enjoyed, was the Ren Overnight Glow Dark Spot Sleeping Cream. Now, the only thing I would say is that I don't have dark spots on my face. So I don't know how that would have worked if I had any like hyperpigmentation, dark spots. But overall, as a moisturizer, I felt like it kept me hydrated. I wake up in the morning with hydrated skin. So yeah, that one really did the trick. Ren, again, another brand with an amazing ethos behind it. All of their products have packaging that you can recycle. All the packaging is already made from post-consumer recycled plastics, for example. I feel like we're quite on a roll with things that I've really liked so far. I promise there are a few things in here which I haven't loved. Next up is the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream. Now, this product I absolutely loved, and really, I almost didn't want to like it, because Fresh as a brand is very heavily fragranced. I usually use skincare products that have no fragrance to them, and if they do have a fragrance to them, it's because they're a cleanser and they're a wash-off treatment. So I had this out in a box and hadn't used it for ages, and finally ran out of moisturizer, and I was like, right, I'm gonna give this a try. What a good moisturiser. I probably need to have a look at ingredients lists and just try and familiarise myself a little bit more with what's in all the products that I really like. But this kept my skin so hydrated, absorbed really quickly, and yeah, just absolutely loved using it. My only criticism would be that there's a lot of fragrance in it. Okay, so SPFs. Maybe we'll start with one that I actually really didn't enjoy using. So this SPF from Rock. Now, at first, I really love this. It's very, very lightweight. I haven't actually finished it, so I can show you what it's like. Oh, maybe not. It's actually completely separated now because it's been sat there for quite a while. Really, really lightweight formula anyway. It feels really nice on the skin. So started off with positives. The issue I have with this is it does not layer well at all. So it doesn't layer well with something underneath it, and it definitely doesn't layer well with something over the top of it. This paired with any tinted moisturizers or bronzers or anything just really, really didn't work on my face. It just all like bobbled together on my face, and yeah, I basically can't use this product because it doesn't layer well with anything else that I use. Next up, this SPF. I can't rave enough about this SPF. Elliot has actually just bought it and is using it at the moment, and he loves it as well. By the way, the brand is called Ultraviolet, and this is their SPF 50 plus. I love the packaging, not just in terms of the colors, but it's like a squeezy tube, which I think is amazing. It makes it so easy to get all the product out of this. Now I've tried this tube, I just think it's hands down the best kind of packaging for an SPF or moisturizer product. Love the product. I found it absorbed easily into my skin. It was like really, really hydrating. The formula, just everything. It's slightly tinted, like a bit of like a kind of pinky tan sort of color, which I think helps it not to leave a white cast on your face, but I personally didn't find that this left any kind of white cast on my face. Obviously, I can't vouch for people with deeper skin tones, but the way this rubs into your face, I feel like it's a very like white cast free SPF, and would highly, highly recommend. I'm definitely going to be buying this product again. So another SPF from Ultraviolet. I actually haven't finished this product, and I didn't know whether to include it in this video because it's technically not an empty. I'm just not too sure how I feel about it. It's basically another SPF 50 plus from Ultraviolet, and it's their Queen Screen lightweight sunscreen. So the reasons why I'm not completely sold on this product are, I love the formula. Issue that I have with it is it's so lightweight that I feel like it just moves around my skin, and I don't feel it necessarily sits that well with my other skincare products underneath. So the Ordinary Azelaic Acid I use every single day, and I feel like this is too lightweight almost to put on top of that. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to explain it, but the other thing that I'm not too sure of is because it's so runny. In fact, I'll just show you a little bit. Because it is literally so runny, I feel like a little goes a really long way, and then it kind of makes me doubt how much protection it's actually giving me. I feel like one tiny drop can cover my whole face, but then I'm like, is that going to give me enough protection to actually cover my whole face, or is it just because the formula is really, really liquidy? Murad Vitamin C SPF 30. I really like this product. I don't have much to say about it. I thought it was a really good SPF. It's pretty easy to put on, doesn't leave a white cast, and is pretty hydrating. So yeah, really solid product. I forgot to show you this in the moisturizer section, but this is the Bioma, I don't know how you say it, moisturizing rich cream. The main reason that I finished this so quickly is because the packaging is broken on it. And I actually had a look online, and so many people reported the same. It just, basically I used it for the first time and then the packaging doesn't work. So I've used as much as I can out of this bottle by like scraping around the edges. You can still see I've been getting like little bits out of it. But yeah, sadly the packaging is broken, and the actual moisturizer is really, really amazing. Like one of my favorite moisturizers I've ever used. There's this lip balm in my empties box, and this is the Dr. Sam's Flawless Lip. Hands down the best lip balm I've ever used. I'm actually really desperate to try the Laneige lip mask, which everybody raves about, and see whether it's as good as this. This is the only lip balm that I wake up being like, wow. First of all, it's like stuck to my lips all night, and they just feel totally different in the morning. Like if I'm having a day where I've got really chapped lips, this will solve it. Two kind of more makeup products and then we are done. So the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Love this product so much. This has kind of got me into setting spray. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used loads of setting sprays before, but this really, really helps keep your makeup on for a long time. And I've been through this bottle and actually 2 mini bottles of this as well. I actually recently bought, which I think I told you about, a MAC setting spray to try out, and so far I've been loving it. We have got a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade 2. I have thoroughly enjoyed using this product. I'm onto my second one, and I think I showed you me using that actually in my last video. And then the last product is the Refi Eyebrow, I can't ever remember what this product's called, eyebrow thing. Again, I keep coming back to this product. I just think it works so well in my eyebrows. I know a lot of people have problems with the white cast it leaves, but I just personally find that if you use the brush thing afterwards, it kind of gets rid of that. So those are my empties. I'm actually quite glad I've shown you because I can now clear that box and recycle the products that can be recycled. But yeah, hey, that's been a little more helpful for you guys. Honestly, I am so into my skincare and I feel like I'm getting way more into my makeup as well. It's just one of those things that I've become really passionate about and I just really, really didn't see it coming. But it's just brought great things to my life, you know? Hey guys, so I completely forgot to film an outro, so I just wanted to sign the video off here and say thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you in Sunday's video. Bye!